y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Big Brigade. Welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday, September 9th, Vlogtember, day 9. What a day, what a day. This is take 2. Did you enjoy it, Johnny? Good. He'd have some leftovers from lunch. We had quite an outing today. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Believe it or not, that's a water belch. Ooh. Something else. Anyway, no, we had to go to the DMV today and get Johnny's ID updated. That was an hour and a half. We walked in there, and after we got sat down to wait, because, you know, there's some waiting involved at the DMV, I noticed that everybody's wearing, half the daggum people in there was wearing sweaters. It didn't occur to me that it was 60 degrees this morning. I didn't check the weather. I go by how I feel. I don't run around going, I wonder what the weather's like. No. It's September. It's not sweater weather yet. Not for this house. The only sweater I'm worried about is the one that I'm working on. But yeah, I wore jeans, and Johnny wore shorts and a t-shirt because that's his pattern. That's his outfit. 90% of the time, it's pretty rare that he wears anything else. And even when it's cold outside, I have to make him wear something. I had to, talk to him about wearing pants and sweaters. He doesn't hardly get cold. He really don't. He don't hardly get cold. And so all these people are in sweaters and hats, and I'm like, it's not fall yet, people. It's not winter. But there they were in their sweaters. And it wasn't cold in the DMV. Or at least not to me it wasn't. But we did that. We got the photo ID. And then, even though we probably shouldn't have, but we went on to lunch. And, because, you got to live a little, You can't hunker down and do nothing all the time. So Johnny's favorite meal in the whole wide world is fried fish. And so I took him to Catfish King and got him a fish plate. And I had fish too, but a smaller plate. And so we had some fish, and then we had to go to the Social Security office. That's 3 hours I'll never get back. 3 or 4 is over almost 4 hours. Almost 4 hours. A long time. And there was some sort of glitch with our stuff. So we had to go deal with that. Apparently it's happened to several people. And yeah. So that had to get handled. The first lady was like, I'm not sure what happened here. Let me push this to a supervisor. So she pushed it to a supervisor. And then the supervisor called us to a different window. She knew exactly what had happened, and she had it handled. So the glitch has been dealt with, and we were on a list of people apparently that this has happened to. So it's been handled. But unfortunately, I didn't take crochet with me, and so I lost precious sweater working on time. But I worked on it when I got home, and I made some progress with this sleeve. I've got about 2 more rows of ribbing on. I got 2 more rows of this front post, back post situation here. And so I'm gonna do 2 more rows, which will make it 7. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. You believe that's just water that I've been drinking? But I'm gonna do 2 more rows of the front post, back post on that cuff, and that should get it long enough. And then I'll go and do the second sleeve. So I did 5 rows. Yes, 5 rows, 5 additional rows. I added 5 rows without chaining between clusters. When I added here, I added 5 rows to lengthen the sleeve, and then I started with my cuff. Y'all heard me talk about that before, how I go about that. But there's like a row of single crochet, and then 2 rows of single crochet decreases, and then a row of double crochets, and then I start the front post, back post. And so when all said and done, there'll be 7 rows of the front post, back post, to make it a nice, it'll make it long enough and make a nice wide cuff, and it should make a nice sleeve. And so, the sleeve won't be huge. It'll just be, it'll fit her arm just right. I don't make the huge sleeves unless somebody requests those. Otherwise, the sleeve is tapered. So, yeah. And then I have to look and see, once I get the sleeves done and then I get it seamed up, then I'll have to hang it up and measure it lengthwise and see how much I have to add to the length to get it to the length that she needed or wants it to be. So, and then I'll do the ribbing on the collar, along the bottom, and the collar and the lapels and all that. And so hopefully I can get all that done tomorrow. So, because I don't have anywhere to be tomorrow. I might go to the gym and work my legs, but I just had to play it by ear. Today I'm just, you really don't think about how exhausting that is to go and sit and wait somewhere, but it's really exhausting. I really never thought about it until today, about how exhausting that was. That was really exhausting, just to sit and wait somewhere, because of course you could only play on your phone so much, because then your battery starts to drain. Yeah, and I didn't think to bring my little battery charger thing. I have a little battery pack thing that I got sent. One of you lovely subscriber friends sent me that last year, and I didn't think to bring that with me, because, well, you just don't when you're just going out to run errands, because you don't know how long you're going to be waiting. Did I think I was going to be at the Social Security office for almost 4 hours? No, I did not. And there goes Mr. Nose running again. I have an athletic nose. Did you know that? Yes, I'm going to talk to my doctor about that Monday. When I go see him Monday, I'm going to talk to him about my ever running nose. I don't know why. I haven't been in a bunch of dust. I haven't been near a bunch of smoke. Just random. My nose just runs randomly. And then, like, because I will blow my nose with paper towels, because I always have paper towels around me. I'm a paper towel person, who I'm all the time grabbing them and putting them in my pockets, or if I get food from the kitchen, I'll grab a couple of paper towels. And so next thing I know, I have paper towels everywhere. And so I'm all the time grabbing paper towels to blow my running nose. And it's just become a problem, this running nose. And then now, like, right underneath my nose, y'all can't see it because the camera's too far away. You have to be right up on my face to even see it. But I've got, I don't know if it's because I'm using paper towel to wipe my nose all the time, or if it's because it literally is running all the time. But I've gotten this little rash underneath my nose now, and it just seems like it's just becoming worse. So I got to see him Monday anyway. I might as well address that, because it's become very bothersome to me that my nose is just running all the time. So I thought maybe it was because there for a while I was very emotional, and I was crying at the drop of a hat, and just very sad and emotional, and and crying too often. I thought maybe that was my problem. But now that I'm not doing that, you know, that I'm back to my normal, you know, fairly happy person. And it's just running, you know. I'm happy, I'm laughing. Next thing I know, my nose is running. You know, I'm conducting business and going about my daily life. My nose is running, you know, and it's just becoming constant. So something is going on. Something is going on. I don't know if it's just regular allergies. I've tried taking, I had some generic allergy medicine here. That doesn't seem to really help that much. So I don't know. We'll see what Dr. Gibson says. So I'm gonna have to Google postnasal drip and see if that's what I've got going on. I've heard that term before, so I don't know if that's what it is. I just know that ever since the weight loss surgery, I've had this problem with my nose, and it's just progressively gotten worse. So I'm a little tired of it, to be honest. It wasn't a problem right away, but as the time has gone by, it's become a problem. So it's become very bothersome now, and I'm ready to do something. So I guess Monday will be the day that I talk to Dr. Gibson about that. You know, everything else seems to be okay with me. I know I have a kidney stone that hasn't dropped out of my kidney yet, and that intermittently bothers me. You know, some days I can tell that it's trying to shift, and other days it doesn't bother me at all. You know, it's intermittent, comes and goes. And so some days it's perfectly fine, and other days it's, you know, a problem. But that's just the nature of kidney stones. If you've ever had them, some days you don't even notice you have a problem, and some days you're like, oh, this is a bad day, you know. And Dr. Gibson's not the doctor that I would go to for my kidney stones anyway. It would be a urologist or just the ER, because by the time that I need help with them, it's an emergency situation. So and they said back in May when I went to the ER for the pain for it, that it was small enough that I could probably pass it on my own anyway. So by the time it drops out of my kidney, depending on the pain level, if the pain medicine I have here at home is not sufficient, I would just go to the ER. So I'm not gonna bother Dr. Gibson about a kidney stone at all. So anyway, now that I've bellyached, but I think for tonight, I'm gonna just chill out, maybe have some dinner, and pet my dog, and go to bed early, as usual. And then I will finish this sweater up. I'll start probably about 6 in the morning. That's my normal get up time too. FYI, that if I go to bed between 8:30 and 9 at night, I usually get up between 5:30 and 6 in the morning. So, and I'll have my cup of cappuccino. I'll have one of these little one of these. I'll have. I'm afraid I walked right out of here and didn't have either one of these this morning. But I'll have one of these little wafer bars. I'll show these to y'all in case y'all are interested in having any of these. This one is honey vanilla, and it is a crispy, creamy wafer bar. Now, yes, it does have sugar in it, but for some reason it doesn't quite bother me. But it's looks like it has oat butter, whole grain wheat. I was looking for the sugar content. How much sugar? Added sugar. 17%. That's not too bad. In the grand scheme of, 9 grams of sugar, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. 9 grams of sugar. I can handle that. So that's what I have to look at, is the grams of sugar versus, And it seems, and it's Nature Valley, so typically they use natural sugars, and natural sugars don't affect me like fructose corn syrup does. Fructose corn syrup makes me sick as a dog. So, FYI. And then the other one I like that I also have some here is Nature Valley biscuits with almond butter, cinnamon almond butter. This one, delicious. Let me tell you, this thing is so good. If you like cinnamon and almond, and this one, 11 grams of sugar. So, yeah, it's a little more, but oh, and you just need the one. I'm serious. It's got fiber too. How much fiber? 14 grams of whole grain. So if you keep it up with your fiber, this is good for your fiber content. So yes. And when I have that IBS-C, I'll leave it up to you folks that you can figure out what that means. But when you have that, fiber is good. Fiber is good. But those are the two I try to keep in the house for my breakfast, because I'm trying to mind my doctor and put a little something in my stomach with my cappuccino. And I eat either one of these. I won't eat both of these at the same time, but I'll eat either one of these or one of these. But I keep them handy, and I have to put them in a separate cabinet than the regular pantry, because Will, I love him, but if he finds my snacks, no, he's not. No, he usually asks. He does. He usually asks, but I just put them in a separate spot so that, I don't know, out of sight, out of mind. Well, they're my special thing, you know. They're especially for me. I buy especially for them. This is especially for me. So, you know, Johnny doesn't even look at my breakfast snacks. He doesn't even ask, because I buy him his own special breakfast snacks, so that he doesn't look at Mama's. Anyway. That's about all I got for y'all tonight. I just figured I'd come on and share our day with you. I wouldn't say we had a bad day. It was just errands, you know, handling business. And, you know, it was just what it was. We just had to handle some business. And, you know, it got handled. And it got all handled all in one day. And, you know, really, that's not too bad, you know. And all the staff was friendly. We didn't have any rude people. And hey, that's a win, if you ask me. When you have all you know, nice state and government employees, and you don't have any rude people, that's a win. That's a win. All helpful people, and they were, you know, helpful and polite and friendly, and took care of business with you and helped you out. That's a win. And I'm happy about that. Made the day better. And so it helped that we had all our paperwork in order. It helps when you have all your paperwork in order and you know what you're talking about when you go up to the window. It helps. It helps. When you don't have all your paperwork in order, that aggravates the fool out of people. You're wasting those folks' time when you don't have your paperwork in order. It does. You're wasting those people's time. You're wasting the people's time behind you that are waiting. You know, you're wasting folks' time when you don't have your paperwork in order. So I always try to have everything together and, you know, in order, so that it could be as expedient as possible. Because I don't like to waste folks' time. So, because I wouldn't want it done to me. But anyhow, I love y'all, and so does Jesus. And of course, please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting on you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.